level.
It didn't escalate. It came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrated, and I wish him the best. I really do. I don't I don't have anything against Will Smith. He's done great things. Sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just...
Out your mouth!
Wow, dude!
Yes!
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
The two actresses that played Venus and Serena.
Hollywood just got a whole lot juicier. Jim Carrey's out here with some surprising news on Will Smith, and it's somehow wrapped up in Diddy's latest wild legal drama. The twists in this one? Trust me, unreal. Jim Carrey didn't hold back when talking about the slap heard around the world, Will Smith's Oscars incident with Chris Rock. During a CBS interview, Carrey went all in, calling out not only Smith's actions but the entire Hollywood crowd that gave Smith a standing ovation. He saw this applause as a sign of how spineless the industry's become, as if the audience collectively forgot about holding any standards. Carrey was straight up sickened, seeing it as a clear signal that Hollywood was losing touch with decency. For Carrey, it wasn't just a slap, it was a moment that overshadowed everything else that night, including the hard work of all the people who made the Oscars special. He mentioned that in Rock's place, he would have slapped back, but this time with a $200 million lawsuit, reasoning that the video would circulate online forever, damaging Rock's public image and causing lasting emotional impact.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Carrey stressed on how the whole episode was a huge setback to the idea of non-violent responses, especially considering the slap was in reaction to a joke. A joke! Carrey believes comedians should be free to make without fearing retaliation, but he didn't stop at just condemning Smith. Carrey aimed his criticism at the Hollywood crowd, who felt like they enabled this by applauding. To him, the moment symbolized a disturbing trend in Hollywood of brushing off bad behavior to maintain the usual image. Carrey also pointed out something deeper, that Smith's reaction likely came from unresolved issues, frustrations that have built up and exploded on stage rather than just the joke itself. He suggested that this was less about the quip on Jada Pinkett Smith and more about the pressure surrounding Smith's personal life and public image. Carrey, known for his unfiltered takes, has a long history of calling out Hollywood's flaws and fake values. So for him, the incident was just another example of the entertainment industry losing sight of respect and accountability. He even linked it to his own views on fame, once joking at the Golden Globes about how chasing trophies often leads to a hollow, superficial existence. Now, with a past of openly questioning Hollywood's culture, Carrey's criticism of the Oscars incident is far from surprising. It's part of his demand for a real conversation on Hollywood's declining standards and the blurred lines between humor and retaliation. This unexpected response raises some hard-hitting questions. Are boundaries shifting in Hollywood? And more importantly, how should these stars deal with jokes and criticism? Jim Carrey's journey in Hollywood has always been unique. While he's famous for his incredible comedy, he's also been clear about not fully embracing the entertainment industry's values, especially when it comes to fame and ethics. His career choices and blunt opinions reflect a long-standing desire to challenge Hollywood's norms. Carrey has taken roles that let him question the media's role in shaping reality, like The Truman Show and Man on the Moon, which explore the emptiness and often artificial side of celebrity culture. In The Truman Show, Carrey plays a man who discovers his entire life has been a TV show without his knowledge, a storyline that hints at Carrey's own issues with how the media controls and twists reality, a theme that feels even more relevant today with the constant presence of social media and reality TV. This underlying frustration with Hollywood became especially clear after the 2022 Oscars incident, when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock over a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. While many stars criticized Smith's actions, Carrey took it a step further, calling out Hollywood for its reaction. He labeled the audience spineless for giving Smith a standing ovation shortly after the slap, seeing it as yet another instance of Hollywood being quick to forgive powerful figures. To Carrey, this moment showed a bigger problem within the industry. double standards in dealing with the wrongdoings of well-known stars. A lot of times, Hollywood handles public drama by focusing on damage control. After the Oscars slap, for example, Sean Diddy Combs claimed that Smith and Rock had reconciled behind the scenes. Rock later denied this, highlighting how celebrities and their teams sometimes shape public stories to smooth things over. While Carrey doesn't have a direct working relationship with Smith, they're both part of Hollywood's elite circle, often seen together at big events. Diddy, known to step in as a mediator in celebrity conflicts, reflects a pattern in Hollywood, prioritizing appearances over real accountability. Carrey, on the other hand, sees things differently. He feels these quick fixes don't address deeper issues and only keep things looking fine on the surface. Carrey's stance on Hollywood's values go way back. In a 2018 interview, he openly stated that his goal wasn't to make it in Hollywood, but to destroy it, expressing a dislike for the industry's shallow focus on fame and awards. Throughout his career, he's used humor and interviews to question Hollywood's values. In one instance, during a Golden Globes speech, he mocked the importance of awards, playfully undermining the very culture he's surrounded by. Carrey's criticism extends beyond the Oscars slap, as he's long been known for calling out Hollywood's double standards. In 2013, after the tragic Sandy Hook shooting, he spoke out against the violent content of Kick-Ass 2, a movie he starred in, saying he couldn't support it in good conscience. Fans were divided. While some appreciated his stance, others called him hypocritical for having taken the role in the first place. In 2020, while promoting Sonic the Hedgehog, he faced backlash again after a joke he made to a female journalist was perceived as disrespectful. Although he defended it as humor, the reaction was swift, showing how easily his comments can stir controversy. Despite these incidents, Carrey's criticism of Hollywood remains based on what he sees as genuine problems within the industry. From his early career choices to his current outspoken nature, Carrey seems to be consistently challenging Hollywood's way of doing things, especially when it comes to ethical standards. His response to the Oscars slap and his criticism of the industry for applauding Smith struck a chord with many, as he raised questions about Hollywood's ability to address its own flaws. Is Carrey pushing for real change in Hollywood, or is he just maintaining his image of someone who likes to push boundaries? That's up for debate, but he's definitely not afraid to voice his frustrations. For Will Smith, the Oscars incident was a turning point. Right after the slap, he gave an acceptance speech where he apologized to the Academy and other nominees, though he didn't mention Chris Rock. The next day, he shared a social media post calling his actions unacceptable and inexcusable. Months later, he released a longer apology video explaining that he had reached out to Rock, who wasn't yet ready to talk. The fallout was significant. The Academy banned Smith from attending events, including the Oscars, for the next 10 years. Some of his film projects like Bad Boys 4 were reportedly paused or delayed. This marked a big shift for Smith, who's always been seen as one of Hollywood's friendliest and most approachable stars. The incident added a complicated layer to his public image, but Hollywood does have a history of forgiving celebrities who admit their mistakes. Smith's apology effort suggests he's hoping for a comeback, though only time will tell if he'll be able to fully restore his image. The 2022 Oscars incident also sparked some broader conversations about how Hollywood handles public controversies. Although the Academy banned Smith, the situation revealed what many see as selective accountability in Hollywood's inner circle. Influential figures like Diddy often step in to help smooth over public incidents, but this focus on maintaining a clean image can sometimes mean ignoring deeper issues. Carrey's approach is different. Instead of quietly moving past controversies, he openly calls out what he sees as Hollywood's hypocrisy and failure to genuinely address its problems. The Oscar slap really made everyone sit up. Beyond the shock value, it opened up some big questions about what's acceptable on stage, how tight security is at these events, and where's the line between humor and hurtful jokes. People have been buzzing about whether events like the Oscars need tighter rules to handle these situations better. When Rock's joke about Jada's alopecia went a bit too far, it became clear that there might be a need for some boundaries on what comedians joke about, especially when it's a sensitive issue. Many argue that event organizers should look at stricter security measures and perhaps give comedians a heads up on what's off limits in this ultra-public setting. This slap might actually change the comedy rulebook at big events, with the line between funny and personal needing a closer look. The incident also got a lot of people talking about broader issues like the pressure celebrities feel to stay calm, even in supercharged moments. Behind the red carpet dazzle, stars deal with constant attention, and that night reminded everyone that even celebs are human, bound to react under enough stress. Then, amidst the Oscars drama, Hollywood's rumor mill fired up again, bringing back some old memories and juicy gossip. One name that came back into the spotlight: Diddy. Diddy, who dated Jennifer Lopez back in the day, is now dealing with some fresh legal troubles. These issues have sparked rumors of old tapes involving Lopez, which could be linked to a time with Diddy and might even be stirring up tension with her husband, Ben Affleck. Apparently, there's speculation that Ben might have seen one of these tapes, and insiders are saying it could be adding a bit of stress to the relationship. To spice things up even more, Suge Knight, a longtime Diddy rival, hinted that the FBI might have tipped off Affleck about these old tapes. While these clips are in public, fans are now wondering if the past could be creeping back into J-Lo and Ben's marriage, especially since neither of them has addressed it. Lopez's old relationship with Diddy isn't just coming back up because of the tapes, it's also a reminder of her past with one of Hollywood's flashiest figures. Diddy was all about the hip-hop scene, glitzy parties and big events, and Lopez's image took a bit of heat back then, especially after the 1999 club shooting incident that both were tied to. It was a messy time that got a lot of media attention. Ben Affleck, on the other hand, is almost like the opposite of Diddy. Affleck's love story with J-Lo was about classic Hollywood romance, with a bit of real-life drama thrown in. When they got back together in 2021, it seemed like a calm, more grounded chapter for both. Lopez was coming off a fast-paced relationship with Diddy, while Affleck offered something a bit more low-key. Their reunion felt like a throwback to Hollywood's golden age, with both stars keeping things private and trying to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible. But now with these Diddy rumors popping up, it feels like the ghosts of J-Lo's past are back in action. The contrast between her life with Diddy and her marriage to Affleck couldn't be more striking. With Diddy, things were wild and unpredictable, a whirlwind of fame and controversy. With Affleck, she's had a quieter, steadier love. Yet, if these tapes really do exist, and if they're causing strain between Lopez and Affleck, it's a reminder that Hollywood relationships aren't always as glamorous as they seem. Adding fuel to the fire, music industry icon Suge Knight claimed that the FBI gave Affleck a courtesy heads up about these tapes. He suggested that seeing footage from Lopez's past with Diddy could shake anyone's confidence. This had led fans and media to wonder if these tapes are truly causing trouble in Lopez and Affleck's relationship, or if they're simply a convenient excuse for deeper issues. For Lopez, Diddy's recent legal troubles, coupled with her past association with him, are an uncomfortable reminder of an era she's worked hard to move past. Her relationship with Diddy in the late 90s came with intense public scrutiny, especially after a notorious nightclub shooting incident in 1999. That dramatic chapter, while giving her early career a huge boost, also left some lasting shadows on her image. So, as her past resurfaces, there's speculation about whether she'll address the rumors directly or stay silent. Lopez has been notably quiet about these recent claims. Some fans interpret her silence as a way of staying out of the drama, especially given that she's worked hard to cultivate a polished image in recent years. This lack of response, however, has led others to wonder if her silence is making people more curious, possibly thinking there's more to the story. Meanwhile, Affleck, known for keeping a low profile, is reportedly dealing with this resurfacing of Lopez's history with Diddy in his own way. This public revival of his wife's past relationship and Diddy's ongoing controversies have placed him in an awkward position. Rumors say the tapes have added a new tension to their marriage, though neither Affleck nor Lopez has confirmed this. The couple, known for rekindling their romance in 2021 after years apart, has already dealt with waves of media attention, and this latest drama doesn't seem to help. Public reactions online have been mixed, with some defending Lopez's choice to stay silent, while others thinking addressing the situation head-on might reduce public speculation. Social media is flooded with opinions, with many fans empathizing with Lopez, suggesting she's a victim of the circumstances. Others wonder why she rekindled her relationship with Affleck with such unresolved issues lingering in the background. In Hollywood, where the past is rarely forgotten, it seems Lopez's previous romance with Diddy is a chapter that still casts a shadow on her presence. Whether Lopez and Affleck can navigate this storm remains to be seen, and only time will tell if they'll rise above the rumors or find the pressure too heavy to handle. Now, what do you think? Do drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and to like this video for more such content. We'll be back soon with another one. See you then.